almost nothing was green screen, which was fantastic. Guillermo reconstructed 4 city blocks of Hong Kong for some of these sequences, and I would walk into the set and I'm supposed to be running from these creatures. There's 500 extras, and they're carrying chickens, and there's dogs running in the streets, and the set is incredibly detailed, and this monster's flipping cars over as it moves, and he's rigged these cars on springs that are actually flying over me. So I've been asked a lot, you know, what's it like just standing in front of a green screen? And I think maybe I saw a green screen once over the entire course of filming.
It's funny, it's like filmmaking, you come up with this concept that there's gonna be a huge war machine robot and it's gonna be piloted by a human being. And then you have to design the apparatus that would support that notion. And what they came up with was ostensibly an elliptical machine or a cross trainer that we would be strapped into while we're wearing our suit of armor, which is, you know, 30 pounds. And we would be on this elliptical doing these sequences, throwing punches and, you know, doing this cross trainer for, you know, an average shooting day is 14 hours to 16 hours. So we would be doing this 14 to 16 hours a day, and in my case for 27 days. So yeah, I had anticipated it being difficult, but not quite as difficult as it turned out to be.
6 weeks prior to the film, we were sort of training, and I looked at myself one day as I was lifting a tire across Manhattan Beach thinking, hold on a minute, what is this movie about? I thought the robots did all the work, but but then, you know, like, as well as all of the, you know, sort of physical stuff, there's this, you know, massive acting piece.
Yes.
You know, real emotion that sits in the middle of this film, and Guillermo doesn't want you to, you know, sort of phone it in because it's a big you know, green screen type movie. You know, we were in the midst of real discussions and, you know, really searching the truth. You know, here's a human race at the end of their days. You know, we are the resistance. You know what I mean? What does it feel like? You know, that was actually a good challenge for us.
Some scene we were attached to the control of the robot, and then they would pour the tons of the water and spark for 4 hours. You know, it's sometimes I lose my concentration. But you know, Guillermo would sing the theme from Totoro with Japanese, or like, you know, she's such a, you know, sweet and loving person, and also Charlie always, you know, looking out for me. I was okay.
Well, he has an imagination that is, you know, in a class by itself, but he has this. I don't know if you've ever been privy to his notebooks. He carries notebooks around with him, and he fills them, and then he just gets a brand new one. He's probably gotten hundreds of them filled by now. But if you look at his drawings, it's like looking through the drawings of Leonardo da Vinci, because they're not only things that don't exist in reality, but by the time he's finished with them, because of his engineering ability and his ability to realize these things as an artist, they do exist in reality.
I care, and I think that I did about 12, 13 movies as part of a crew before directing. And if you want to direct well, you need to be part of a crew. If you want to command, you need to obey before, and you learn to follow orders. And I think that you know when an actor feels lonely, when somebody in the set is super tired, and you try to, within still achieving your end, you try to keep telling them, I know where you are, I know how you feel, I'm with you.